What's going on, DMG Clan? Today I'm going to show you my DS on Drastic. Yes, this awesome feature that nobody else even knows about. So let's level up our gaming knowledge in the emulation scene even more in 2024. That's right, mobile gamers. The time is now for DS emulation to be the future. Because Drastic for Android has a very cool feature that I'm about to show you that will allow you to attach it to a dual screen device just like I have right here. And what this dual screen device is, well, that's going to be for another video. So subscribe to the channel because I am developing a dual screen attachment for Android devices like the Emulation RG556, the Odin 2, and it also does work for Windows devices as well that utilize 3DS emulation and other Android gaming handhelds, which Retroid Pocket 4 Pro does work as well, but it's not as great on the Retroid Pocket 4 Pro. So all that being said, the Retroid Pocket 4 Pro aside, the Retroid Pocket 4 Pro, it does actually look really good on there. It's just Retroid Pocket 4 Pro and the Odin 2, they need to fix their firmware to actually utilize. And yeah, I need to still work on the design of this project because sometimes it does glitch out like that. It does utilize the ability to be able to hear the sound via your actual speakers on your device. Ambernick actually did a good job with sharing this with us, actually putting this feature inside of the actual device itself so that we can actually switch between if we want it to be outputted to the screen, which my screen currently does not have speakers built into it yet. As I say, I am still working on the finalization of this entire project. If you've been on the channel for a while, you might have seen the original design. I'm going to put that on screen here for you to see right now. It was literally just a cardboard box, and it was all of my components inside of it with a screen built in. And now I actually was able to borrow a 3D printer from my sister-in-law to actually be able to start learning how to 3D print. And now I have this, and it works out pretty good. Pretty good, I think. I think it's really awesome to be able to have an actual dual screen, because my friend said to me, and many others have said this, it kind of sucks how DS and 3DS emulation does not actually utilize the fact of using a second screen. It kind of sucks when you have like a mini screen just sitting like next to you on the main screen, because it just is harder to touch all of the display. Now, some of you are like, well, why is that all stretched out? Well, that's because I like it that way. It looks good to me. I think it looks fine, and that is my preference. You can change the way that it displays out. I just wanted to finish that castle before I actually show you guys the final how-to on how to activate this feature in Drastic. Now, this feature is not in 3DS yet. I have been trying to look at the source code of the Android build of Lime 3DS just because I know Android and I don't know Kotlin, so that's the hard part for me right now. Is I don't understand Kotlin all that much because they've changed how variables and components and all that kind of stuff actually show up in Kotlin. So it's kind of a different language. I know Java, and I'm sitting here trying to understand where everything is and how they utilize the surface view and all that kind of stuff. And it's just, yeah, so I'm not going to get all into that. I'm going to tell you guys how to activate this feature, because you can use this on screencasting. Now, it's not the best on screencasting. I shared a little segment about that as well, but it does work. And you can also share this on just like a monitor, for example, or on my DS. I don't know if I'm going to name it that yet, but my DS is what I'm rolling with right now, because this is a screen that I'm going to be utilizing for most Android handheld devices, and hopefully some Android devices like the Odin 2, for example, or the Retroid Pocket 4 Pro. The developers will fix their OS, because on later builds of their OS, it doesn't work properly. So let's get into it. Let me stop rambling and let's go into our menu here. I'm going to go all the way down to the options tab on the left hand side, go to video, scroll all the way down, keep going until you see an option that says external display. Originally it'll say clone device, but if you want to have it set to correct aspect ratio or full screen like I have it set to, that is up to your preference, top screen or bottom screen. Now I'm going to be using the top screen because I don't have touch implemented into this. There's a touch interface on this. I just am waiting for parts to actually be able to use the touch feature. So I'm making it so it's the top screen, which obviously it would make sense for that to be the top screen and this to be the bottom screen. If you think about how the DS looks, as you can see, a couple DSs right here, all the controls are on the bottom screen anyways, right? So I use the top screen, and the reason why I have stretched on the bottom, that is because I have selected my screen layout as landscape full screen, but I can change it if I want to. And how that top screen changes is if I go out, go back, quit, go back into drastic, click continue, it'll actually utilize that feature so that it is kind of the same size and stuff. Now it is a little bit off center and stuff, and that's kind of why I like it full screen the way it is. And I think it looks really, really good. Now, when you think about how DS is on like a 3DS, for example, when you're using Twilight menu, you can use the stretch function, and I really like that. So that's why I utilize that feature, which is just the full screen option right here. And then if you go back to select screen layout, landscape full, sometimes you have to restart the whole thing before it actually utilizes that feature. So go quit, go back into it, and click continue. And some of you have already figured this out, how I did this, not with the screen, but with the actual emulator itself, because you follow my channel and you saw a short or something, because I told you, hey, this is what you need to do, and that's why I'm here. I share these kind of things. I share these kind of fancy things that I find out. And yeah, so there you go. If you want to use this feature in the meantime, there it is. If you want to subscribe to the channel and learn more about this screen, then please do so. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to share all around. I've been posting all over Reddit about this thing as well. And even with the Odin 2, it looks really, really awesome. I am done playing now for the day. See you next time. Love you all.